Welcome back to Pack Your Bags, Not Your Baggage. And quick heads up before we get started, by the time you're listening to this, Mallory and Jen are on their river cruise on the wonderful, beautiful Douro River. And I myself am just returning from adventure in Disneyland in Southern California. So let's real quick get a quick update from everybody on what's going on in their life. Mallory, what's going on with you?
I was preparing for my trip, and now I'm on there right now. So not really much, just, handling a 3-year-old at home and getting her prepared for pre-K 3. And the summer is just going by way too fast.
Oh my gosh, yes, I know. My daughter starts school in the next 2 weeks, and I'm just like, school supplies. What are we doing? Uniforms. Have we bought them? It's like all of a sudden it's just like, what's going on? So I feel
Yes.
All right, Jen, what you got going on with you?
So like Mallory, I am preparing for Portugal, but mine has a fun little twist because with my husband going with me, we had to find something to do with our 12-year-old for 2 weeks. So he is doing sleepaway camp about 90 miles from where we live. And so my husband and I are packing for ourselves, and then we have to get everything ready for him. So it's been, the giant foot locker filled with all the stuff and making sure he knows, make sure this is where your clean underwear are. So please change your underwear on a regular basis.
Valid point. So I've got to ask you a question, Jen. I'm going to interrupt. Okay. So you have adult children, and this is your little caboose. So was it completely different? So he's going to sleepaway camp for 2 weeks. Now compare this to your first child. How would you have been with your first child, sending them away for 2 weeks compared to now?
I think I have 3 much younger brothers. So I was a teenager when they were born and toddlers. So I was pretty comfortable already around littles, by the time I had my own littles. So I wasn't quite the helicopter parent that I know some people can be, but still, with both of my kids, they didn't go to this same sleepaway camp until they were in 4th grade, and he started going in 3rd grade. And they only went once. And then it wasn't until they were teenagers before they did a long camp away from me. So yeah, my oldest was big into Boy Scouts. He's an Eagle Scout. So he did, a big thing to, whatever it's called, Piedmont, whatever it's called over in, Arizona. He did that.
Oh, cool.
That was a big deal. Yeah. But yeah,
awesome.
it
Now,
is
Mallory,
different.
For your little girl, is this her first? I'm assuming she's been in daycare. Now, this is like a structured school, a private school. So, were you guys making a transition or just like going back to school?
So not really. So she started in daycare when she was 4 or 5 months old. We after we put her enrolled her into that daycare, we ended up moving to a different town. So we kept her in that daycare just because we loved it. Like, she was just thriving in there, and we loved the teachers. But the time has come that we need to get her closer to home because it was just getting old when we'd have to drive 20 minutes out of our way every single day, and it was just it wasn't happening. So we were like, you know what? Perfect time. They're transitioning to pre-K 3. All of these kids that are going to the new school are brand new there because it's just a preschool. So we felt like this was the perfect time to get her into somewhere in town for us.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Totally awesome. My quick life update. I'm returning from Disneyland, and we're about to get started with school. My daughter will start, and then I will start about a week after her. And I am teaching one new class I've never taught before. So it's a little bit sports administration. So a lot of management aspects going on right there. So plate's a little full right now, but I'm excited. Life is good. But yeah, so let's continue. I know we're talking about the Douro a lot today, the Douro River, river cruising. And on our previous episode, Mallory talked about this was her first trip to Portugal, her first river cruise. She's super excited. Jen let us know that her niche is Europe and she really loves river cruising. So I can't wait to talk more about that today. So, what do you guys like? So, super excited. A lot of our episode today is talking about the Douro River, river cruising. So, let's start with the most basic question out there. What is a river cruise? Jen, I know you have some experience in that. So why don't you talk to us a little about what a river cruise is?
Sure. So yeah, I have been to the International River Cruise Expo twice. It's a great experience and have learned a ton about river cruises. And I've done a couple of river cruises now. And the biggest difference, if you think about an ocean cruise, people always think of like Royal Caribbean and the giant ships that hold like 5,000 guests and then another 5,000 staff. So there are these huge hotels, floating hotels, and you have a casino and you have all of these shows and you have 5 or 6 dining venues at least. You have to get a dining package. You have to get a drink package. So everybody's familiar with that setup. Then you have a river cruise is set up completely differently. Number one, the large ship on a river is going to hold 200 people. Most of them are well under 150 guests on a river cruise ship. So much smaller ship. You have 3, 4, maybe 5 places that you can dine, depending on the size of the ship. No casinos. You will have some nightly entertainment. It could be a piano player. It could be local entertainer coming onto the ship and doing some kind of a local skill or something like that. That's very localized. There also much more is included. So most of the alcohol that you're going to drink is included. All of your meals are included. So everything that you need on the ship is going to be included, unless of course you get a massage. That's really the only thing that you would
Which
pay
I
extra
highly
for.
recommend.
Yes. So yeah, the upfront price can be surprising to people, but that's because everything is included.
Right, right. I really love that aspect of it. Just it's one price. We talked about those mass market cruises where it's like, all right, today you got to pay for this. Tomorrow you got to do that. Let's add on. And like it keeps adding up to where you're at. That's the same price that a river cruise is. So I love paying in advance and not have to worry about taking my debit card out or my
Yes.
credit card when I'm traveling. So that's a huge plus with a river
Mhm.
cruise. Now, what makes the Douro special? Mallory, what are you excited about? What do you know about the Douro and the Douro River Valley? Uh, Tell us about that, what you're excited about.
I mean, the wine, of course. So
Yeah.
the Douro
Quality.
River is the Douro River is known for its wine country. It's a valley of the wine, the vineyards and everything. I I didn't know much about the Douro or Portugal in general before I decided to go on this cruise. Um I mentioned this in my in a previous episode, but the opportunity fell upon me and I took it. And I'm that person that's like, you know what? This is meant to be, let's do it. And after like kind of looking at like the Douro, I'm like, this is me. I mean, I love the scenery, the hills. You're on this golden river. Seeing like the different wine and vineyards, the culture. I personally am, I love being immersed in the culture. So I cannot wait to
Mhm.
see the different, like how it is there compared to like being in the US, especially being the first time in Europe.
Yeah. And the
Yeah, that sounds
dancing
amazing.
and the food.
The food, I am so
The
excited
food.
about the food. Always foodie right there.
Yes, the wine and the food would be big. But there was one key word that I heard both of you say was culture. Being
Mhm.
immersed in the culture. Jen, you talked about them bringing local entertainment on to the ship to provide
Mhm.
cultural entertainment. And I love that about river cruising. I love how immersed you can get in the culture. And so I am super excited for us to deep dive into this when you guys come back from this trip so we can hear all the wonderful wine and the wonderful food that you guys got. What about the excursions? Now, how does that work? With the mass market cruise that we're used to seeing, you pay for an excursion at each port. There's multiple you can choose from. Now, how did those work exactly with the river cruising?
Mallory, you want me to take it?
I think, yeah, I mean, I kind of know the basics of it, but since Jen has been on one before, I would love to hear from you.
Okay. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's all included. So, a lot of the river cruise lines have bikes on the boat. So you have the option of you can do the easy walking excursion, you can do a bike tour, or you can do a more active hike. So now the Douro River is a little bit different because the walls going up from the river are very steep. So that takes out the biking because it's just too hard. So there's really not going to be that many biking opportunities. But on a river cruise, all of the excursions in each port are included, or at least they offer at least one excursion in every port. And then you have the option of those 3 different exertion levels. Depending on how you like to travel. So I know like Mallory and I are excited about one of the hikes that we're going to do together because we like to be active. So it works really well for us.
And I really think that's a misconception that people have on river cruises is, oh, it's for older people, no, like younger, like there's such a great variety of like even for the excursions, like you have that active excursion that you can do. The level of activity is high. Or if you don't want to do something, or if you want to have like a light day and just do like a nice leisurely walk, you can. I think
Mhm.
that's just, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
then on
great
top
point.
of that, you're in port for so many hours that if you choose to do the excursion and it's like a 4-hour excursion, you probably still have 4 or 5 hours that you can do what you want. So, my favorite thing, of course, is to pick the brain of my guide and say, where's your buddy's bar and where's the best restaurant? And,
Yeah.
so and then we just go there and hang out for a few hours before we get back on the ship. So it always cracks me up the people who are like, "Oh no, we have to be back for lunch. We already paid for lunch. We have to be back on the ship." I'm like,
You don't
"It's
have to.
we're paying
No, oh my
nothing
gosh. I
here."
I so have a friend that I travel with, and he's just like that. I love him. He is one of my best friends. But we've done so many ocean cruises together. And I'm like, oh, let's go to a local brewery. Let's do this. Let's get a local meal. No, I'm going to eat on the boat. We've already paid for it. Well, I've missed the
Hey,
cultural experience.
yeah.
Right? I
Hey,
know.
it's
I know.
your cruise. Do it
Obviously,
how you
I'd like
want.
to. I'm wearing my Alaska Brewing Company T-shirt.
Love it. Love it. Fun fact, Jen and I were in Alaska at the same time a few weeks ago. We did not see each other because she was on a Virgin Voyages and I was on Celebrity. For a hot second, our boats passed in a channel and we waved, but that was about as much of each other as we saw.
Yep.
But let's talk about, the whole reason behind this podcast is self-care and women traveling and taking care of ourselves. So give me one thing each of you guys plan to do that's going to be self-care on this river cruise. Are you going to the spa? Are you going to work out? Like, what are you guys already planning to make this like relaxing but yet enjoyable for each of you?
I guess I'll go first. This whole trip in general is a self-care for me since I will be going alone. I get to have my mommy time, my me time, so I'm very excited for that. Um, I am looking forward to the activities, like the active activities. Like Jen said, I love working out. I love staying active and fit, and I feel like this with like the intensive hikes, like that's something that is right up my alley, and I'm so excited for that part.
I
That's
love
great. Jen,
that.
what is your like one thing you're looking for, like self-care for yourself?
So I know it sounds weird, but yeah, I'm with Mallory. So I know we've already talked about that we're going to work out together and
Yes.
be in the gym together. But I am definitely going to set up a massage appointment for after that hike. because after the long flight and doing the hike, I'm going to be definitely ready for a massage. But since I do have 12 clients that are sailing with me, this is a work trip for me. So I was really lucky. I partnered with my friend Holly, who owns a local wine shop here in Grapevine called Off the Vine. We invited her wine club. So I have some of her guests. I have some of my clients also sailing with us. So I'm going to be trying to get some great video of people getting to know each other, drinking yummy wine, and having a great time. So yeah, so that's going to be a lot of my work, but I'm definitely going to have some massage time and some workouts with Mallory.
That
For
is
sure.
awesome. All right, I'm going to throw a wild card question for both of you guys. So you're traveling, but it is work because we do work in this industry and you have
Yes.
clients traveling as well. So on a trip like this, do you bring your laptop or does it stay at home? What you got, Jen?
Oh, I'm definitely bringing mine. My laptop, my little cordless microphone, the tripod, it's all coming with me.
Awesome. Or what are you bringing, Mallory?
I'm bringing it all too. I'm bringing my gimbal, my laptop, my iPad, my phone. Well, not my work, my phone for my work also. But yeah, just everything. This is I mean, I like to seize opportunities, so this is my first time going on a river cruise. I want to be able to offer these to my clients with that firsthand experience. Like I was saying in previous episodes, all stages of life, I like to have opportunities and types of travel that I can help families plan. So, yep, I'll be working as well.
Absolutely.
And I
I feel
also
like
it I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say and also it is summertime, so I do have clients that will be traveling while I'm away, so I need to also be in contact with them if anything.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Great point. Same. I have, traveling to Disneyland. I have some clients going with you guys. So I'm going to be very attentive to my phone. I actually have clients in London and Paris right now who called me
Nice.
because they got a notice from American Airlines that their flight was canceled back to the
Oh
States. So
gosh.
immediately, right, immediately I am on the phone. They're like, we don't know what to do. We can't, the app's not working. And it ended up like
Oh, no.
American fixed it all. But that's what I think about. I'm like, it's very hard to completely check out when you have clients traveling. So I was
Yeah.
curious to see how you two were going to handle that on the Douro River. So
Mhm.
Oh, I'll be working sometime. I'll have some
Yeah.
downtime in my room, just or even on my balcony, just, you know, checking my emails.
Yeah.
love that. I know it's kind of my habit to wake up in the
It
morning and
is.
check those emails. I'm like, okay, what's my day like today? And I know we've even talked about setting up like we get a to-do list every morning in our email. I think we have
Mhm.
Claude doing that for us now. So,
Yes, we do.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I am super excited for you guys. I cannot wait to deep dive into Portugal. And you guys are starting in Lisbon, right? With a pre-cruise extension?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mallory, what's on the agenda for that pre-cruise extension?
I know. So when I get in, I'm getting in the first day, and I we we're doing we're going to Sintra. I think Jen is the first day we're going
I know.
there.
I grabbed the thing to look.
Yeah,
So
Sintra.
I can focus on a
Honestly,
lot of other things.
my style of travel, like I know I have the itinerary, but I do also like to go in there and like I know it's planned, but I also like to just take it as it is as well, like
Mhm.
immerse myself and just like, talk to locals like Jen said and find those like hidden gems that I would never expect to go. But what was a great opportunity, I'm that opportunistic person. Um, this this river cruise had a promotion where you get 3 free nights in Lisbon. So I was like, you know what? Another new place to go to. I'm going to do it.
Love
Oh
it.
my gosh.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
What's
we're gonna
such a
do.
thing?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jen.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So Kim, we're gonna do the City of Seven Hills tour.
There you
Then
go.
we have the Royal Sintra excursion with Pina Palace visit. And then on our way to Porto, we're going to visit Castle Tomar. So
Nice.
There you go.
That sounds amazing. Oh, I'm so jealous. But just one point I want everyone to understand or hear is that Mallory's like, it was a promotion for the pre-cruise extension and it was free when you booked. So there was like a month or two that this promotion was running because our agency chartered out the whole ship. And so we were able to offer this to our clients, which was absolutely amazing, which is one reason why you should be working with a travel agent. Because they have those little things of like, well, look, I can get you these free extra days with all those wonderful things that you guys are going to see. So I'm so excited. I've said that like a million times, but I really am. So,
Yes.
all right. So as we wrap up this episode, we got to get to our favorite segment, the boarding call, our ending segment, which is one thing we talk about a tip or something that's on our mind. So for me today is packing. So I just came back from the DR and I brought one carry-on, which was absolutely amazing. And a few little things that I did to get me in that carry-on is one, I only pack dresses for dinner because one dress, it takes up smaller room than jeans and a shirt. So I think little things like that when I'm packing in a carry-on. Mallory, what's your boarding call for the day?
I'm going to piggyback off of you, which was something that actually happened to me. Make sure you remember your converters if you're going international. um, just remember that a lot of countries don't use the same power outlets. So just make sure you pack those. And thank goodness for Amazon and next day shipping.
Yes. All right, Jen, what you got?
So I'm going with the packing as well, strategic packing. So we're in Portugal. It's going to be high in the 80s and lows 55 to 60. So it's kind of a big range of temperatures. So I'm trying to be careful about what I pack, just like you said, Kim, but I have already packed 3 packing cubes, compression cubes. So I highly recommend using compression cubes. And you will know it's a compression cube because there are 2 zipper systems. So you've got the one zipper that closes it and then a second zipper that squashes it all down. So if you want more information about that, I know we will have some information and some videos on our Facebook page and Instagram. So check it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
awesome. I had a quick question for you, Jen. So you like the compression cubes. I have used the vacuum seal bags before. Have you used the vacuum seal ones as well before?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
And you prefer the compression cubes over the vacuum seal?
I like them both. I think we talked about this before. I think your vacuum bags are a little bit different from mine. Mine have kind of an edge around them. And so the size of them doesn't work with all of my luggage, if that makes sense. So I've
Yes,
done kind
absolutely.
of the combination. Like the last time I went to Europe, I had a vacuum bag and I had compression cubes. But probably now it's just habit because we have so many and I'm just used to, I know how to pack them. But,
Yeah.
but I didn't find a huge difference in how much I could bring between the two. It was just the different size, like size wise, one works better than the other.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Last thing, I got to know how many bags are each of you guys checking?
I am a light packer. I don't even think I have enough stuff to fill a carry-on and a checked-in bag, actually. I'm very efficient with what I bring. So,
Nice.
yeah, no, just a probably gonna be a backpack. All right, we're gonna backtrack on this. I am also that last minute packer because I'm afraid if I pack stuff, I'm gonna have to go back and double check again. So I usually do it the night before. So
Hmm.
I'm going to be bringing a large backpack and one checked in bag because it came with my flights.
All right. What about you, Jen?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my checked bag is not very big. It's just slightly bigger than my carry-on, but I am gonna have a checked bag and then my carry-on and my personal bag. So yeah, I gotta make sure I have room for at least one bottle of wine.
That's true. I do need
That's
to
you got
make
to
sure I
bring
have
home that good wine.
that.
All right. So while these two are off exploring Portugal, I'll have the show covered. I'm working on new episodes. You'll still get one every week, so do not worry. And if you're thinking about a river cruise after hearing about all the fun adventures to be had, this is exactly your kind of trip, reach out to one of us. Our social media is in the show notes. Ways to get in touch with us are in the show notes. And we can't wait till next week's episode. Girls, Mallory and Jen, be careful. And everyone, literally go pack your bags, not your baggage. See you soon.